I'm still thinking, Canelo should be a favorite, but I just don't think it's going to be an easy fight for him. Yeah, Charlo is a good fighter too, and obviously Charlo is moving up 2 weight classes. That's huge, but they are basically the same size, right?
Yes.
I don't want to see how they look today, but I think they are the same size, and Charlo is explosive too, and Canelo is getting older. I would still take Canelo by probably by decision. But I don't think it's gonna be easy fight. I think it's gonna be close fight, probably like a 7-5, 115, 113 type of fight, and I take Canelo by decision.
So we got this big fight, Canelo, Jermel, Charlo. Should be interesting. Charlo going up 2 weight classes. It's going to be difficult for me to see him get this victory. Canelo's established at this weight class, been at this weight class longer. Charlo going up those 2 weight classes is going to be very tough for him to get the job done. We'll see what happens. In terms of decisions, we know Canelo tends to get the decisions. The cards tend to go his way. So Charlo's going to have to be extra aggressive in this particular fight. But I'm going with Canelo, unanimous decision.
I don't got any guys. 50-50 for me. I don't know. I mean, Canelo hasn't looked great, and Charlo's moving up to 68. How can I make a decision on that? That's a hard decision to make.
What do you think? You think it's going to decision, knockout?
Look, if it's a close fight, he doesn't beat him. I mean, who wins close fights against Canelo? Judges are usually on his side. You know what I'm saying? So even in fights that he lost, Bivol had close. The judges were close on that. That wasn't even close. And Mayweather had one of the judges called it a draw, right? So how do you beat Canelo? You got to beat him decisively in over 12 rounds. So.
And my thoughts on the fight, I can't wait for September 30th. It's kind of hard to choose, like undisputed versus undisputed. We saw them, very much amicable. They gave each other a pound at the end and then on their second face-off as well. I think I got Canelo winning. I'm not even going to doubt his power, his experience in the ring. Even though it's great to see Charlo back in this attitude, it seems like he's grown and he's just looking for more maturity in the sport.
I'll tell you, Mike Natalino from Sports in Debt with Doc Stanley. I walked into this facility thinking that Canelo is obviously going to rise to the occasion. I still believe in boxing that certain fights motivate you. This is a fight that will motivate Canelo. Again, the name, the presence, where you're at with the fight on fight night. But the size difference that I noticed when they sized each other up, Melo's he's taller than him. He framed out. I think that at this point in the game, off Canelo's last 2 performances, he hasn't looked that stellar, but at the same time, Mel's got the boxing ability, and now when I see the size, he might grow into a good 168. And we technically have to really think about it. We look at boxing weight divisions like it's such a massive amount of weight. These guys did this years ago. There was only 8 weight divisions. It's really not that much weight. Yes, I understand the whole hydration and different breed of athletes now, but when you see someone that could grow, as we saw on Terrence Crawford last week, I know he gradually did it over time, but it can be done. So I'm as a prediction, I'm going to say I think Canelo by late round stoppage. I think it's got we have a chance for a spoiler here. I mean, I would not if somebody came in and said Charlo does win by decision, maybe it wouldn't surprise me after seeing the size difference. Because again, you got to go by Canelo's last 2 performances. They weren't the most stellar of all, and he has shown a little signs of rustiness. He's maybe going over the edge a little bit. So I'm looking forward to it. I think this just got interesting for me, sincerely.
Yeah.
How about yourself? What do you think?
I got Charlo.
I see it as a competitive fight because although Charlo is coming up 2 weight classes, he's a taller guy. He's got a bigger frame. I think he'll make weight much more comfortably this time around. He just told us that he's going to come in at 168 pounds as opposed to Derek James having said that he might come in at 164. He might have some, while Canelo's obviously used to that weight class and used to being punched by stronger, bigger guys, he does have some physical advantages over Canelo, which I think will help balance out the fact that he's moving up 2 weight classes for the fight.
So what do you got?
Would I be shocked if Jermel Charlo won this fight? I would not. But Canelo obviously is very much used to this weight class. He's got a granite chin, so he's not going to knock. I would sincerely doubt that he'll knock Canelo out. It's tough, even if you outbox Canelo, it's tough to beat him on the scorecards in Vegas. Now, Dimitri Bivol did do it, But Dimitri Bivol probably won 9 rounds, and the fight was 115, 113 on all 3 scorecards. You have to be mindful of that going into the ring against Canelo, because you have to get on him early and really bank rounds early in the fight to kind of make it a decisive win, to have any opportunity at all. And you still might not win on the cards, but to have any opportunity at all, you have to get off to a fast start, and that's the biggest thing for Jermel Charlo in this fight, not to give away rounds early in the fight.
There you have it. Undisputed versus undisputed. The Iron Man, Jermel Charlo, taking on Canelo Alvarez. Showtime pay-per-view, September 30th.